What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another video, and today we're going to be talking about two Winnipeg Jets prospects who are both goaltenders, that being Dominic DeVincentis and Thomas Milic. Both of these goaltenders are very young, but they do project out to be, pretty good NHL players if their career paths keep going the way they are. Both goaltenders are extremely decorated, for a 19 and 20-year-old at this point in their career. Thomas Milic just got drafted by the Winnipeg Jets 151st overall in the 5th round. He is an overager, 20 years old. However, he did win WHL Goaltender of the Year with the Seattle Thunderbirds. He was a teammate of Brad Lambert's. So, right there, for 20 years old, that's a pretty decorated resume already. And if he can keep trending up, he could be a very good player. He's probably going to be with the Manitoba Moose this season as he can't go back to junior, so we'll see what happens with that, but I do imagine that he will be the backup for the Moose this year. We're just at the moment pending a contract. And as for Dominic DeVincentis, he was drafted in the 7th round, 202nd overall in the 2022 NHL entry draft, and he, this past season, won OHL Goaltender of the Year. So the Jets have two goaltenders that have won Goalie of the Year in their respective leagues, and that is just incredible, right? I mean, it never hurts to have two goaltenders that are exceeding, but the one thing with goaltenders is they are weird. So, if one busts, you've got a backup plan, right? I do think that DeVincentis probably has a higher ceiling than Milic, just because he is a year older, and Milic, he is an overager. I can see him, being a very good goaltender, but I can also see him being a career AHL goalie, right? It just depends. Goalies are so weird with that stuff, right? Like, who remembers Zach Fucale? We all thought that he was going to be incredible. He won gold for Canada, and then he just kind of fizzled out and didn't turn into much as an NHL player anyway. But you know what? I do think that Dominic could be a big steal. I thought that at the time too. I love when teams take flyers on goaltenders, late in drafts. So that's why I really like the Milic pick, and was actually probably my second favorite pick of the whole draft this past year with Winnipeg. I really didn't love their draft class, but Milic in the 5th round there, I just think that there is a ton of potential there. We'll see how his career goes in Winnipeg and with Manitoba, but I do think that he will be a solid player, and I do think that he could end up being a very good goaltender one day if things keep trending up. I mean, the guy's just proved he's a winner. He played lights out against the Winnipeg Ice too in the WHL Championship, winning the WHL Championship against the Winnipeg Ice, and went to the Memorial Cup. Obviously didn't win, but just a great run for him, and he was fantastic. And as for DeVincentis, he played great all year long with the North Bay Battalion, played 48 games this past season, posted a 2.33 goals against average and a .919 save percentage. So the guy is definitely no slouch. In the OHL, those are fantastic numbers. In the NHL, those would be fantastic numbers. But hey, he definitely deserves Goaltender of the Year there, and I do think that there's a bright future for Dominic. I'm a little bit higher on him personally, just with him being a little bit younger, and just with him looking like he could be, a little bit more of a star. But I do think that Milic has that possibility too, and if both of them make the NHL, the Jets could be looking at a very fruitful future in net. But the one thing with these guys is they do have a long way to go in terms of, development and everything like that. I don't think that they're NHL ready at all. Nowhere close. Goaltenders usually aren't ready till around the 23, 24, 25 range. I believe Hellebuck, when he broke into the league, was 25 years old. Could be wrong about that, but somewhere in that range. So definitely don't expect the Jets to have, these two guys in the NHL right away. I do expect them to, maybe run with some mediocre goaltenders for a little while until these guys are ready, or, some guy just to run with. I don't think that Hellebuck will be the guy, playing here long term. So we'll see what the goaltender tandem looks like right now. Right now, it's probably Brissois and Colin Delia, assuming that Hellebuck does get moved this offseason. So it might not be the strongest year in net for Winnipeg, but we'll see what happens. But, the future is definitely bright with this Jets team. I like a lot of the prospects, as I've said in many of my videos. I really love Brad Lambert, as you all know, Rucker McGroarty, Kobe Barlow, all these guys. Nikita Chibrikov looks great in training camp so far. But these two goaltenders really have the opportunity to seize the job, as, Hellebuck's not going to be here much longer, more than likely. And down the line, they're probably not going to have a superstar in net. So these guys really are fighting for that starting spot in the future with, 2, 3, 4 years down the line. And I'm excited to see which one, grabs the reins and takes advantage of this chance. So we'll see what happens. But both of these guys do have big potential. As I mentioned earlier on in the video, Thomas Milic was the goaltender for Team Canada at the World Juniors this past year, and he took that job away from Gaudreau. That was the Sharks goaltender prospect anyway, and he came in, stole the job from him as a 19-year-old, came in, won gold, and now he's here drafted by the Winnipeg Jets. So, you know, he definitely proved in the WHL and in the World Juniors that he is a player, made a name for himself, but now it's kind of cool because it's almost like he's passing the torch over to Dominic DeVincentis, because he's probably taking the torch from Thomas Milic, because I'd imagine at this point, you know, being OHL goaltender of the year, he's at least going to get an invite to the Team Canada World Junior Camp for, you know, this winter coming up for the winter tournament, and I imagine that he's going to be definitely backstopping, or at least one of the favorites. I can't imagine there'd be anybody else in front of him to be the favorite to start in goal. So as long as he doesn't blow the camp, I think that he's probably the starter. And hey, Team Canada should be pretty good, as they usually always are, so it'll be fun to see him on that stage, and maybe he can bring home some hardware as well. But at the end of the day, these are two very young goaltenders that have proven to be winners. They've, you know, taken home the accolades, WHL Goalie of the Year, OHL Goalie of the Year, and their respective leagues, and they are just, you know, they have a ton of potential here, and I can't wait to see how their career goes here in Winnipeg. Yeah, but I just wanted to talk about these two because I feel like we talk about the McGroartys, the Lamberts a lot more than we do the DeVincentis and, you know, the Miliches out there. So very exciting goalie prospects here for the Winnipeg Jets. I can't wait to see how their careers go, and I hope that one day they can be the Winnipeg Jets starting tandem. That'd be a lot of fun. But I am going to leave it there, guys. Thank you so much for watching. As always, leave a comment down below what you guys think about these guys. Who is your favorite between the two of them? Who's your favorite Jets prospect? I'd love to hear from you guys down below in the comments. But I am going to hop on out of here. Thank you so much for watching. Leave a like and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and I will see you guys in the next one. Go Jets, go. Bye-bye.